Picture this. You're watching an English movie, you understand the dialogue, you understand the jokes, you even understand the emotions. But the moment someone turns to you and says, "Say something in English," your brain quietly logs out. Welcome to today's episode. Hello and welcome back to Daily Communication Star. I'm your host, Rowan, and today we are talking about something almost everyone experiences. You understand English, but you can't speak it. Why does this happen? To make this conversation real and relatable, I've invited a new guest today. She understands English very well, but she has struggled with speaking it confidently. Welcome to the podcast, Jane.
Thank you, Rowan. I feel exposed already.
Don't worry, you're representing millions of people right now.
That makes me feel better and slightly more nervous at the same time.
Perfect combination for a good podcast. Jane, let's start simple. When someone speaks English to you, do you understand most of it?
Yes. If they speak at normal speed, I understand around 80 to 90%.
That's impressive.
But the problem starts when I have to reply.
What happens?
Silence. Complete silence. My brain says we understand this language, but my mouth says no thank you.
Brain and mouth are not in partnership. This is actually very common. Understanding English is a passive skill. Speaking English is an active skill.
What does that mean?
When you listen, your brain only needs to recognize words. When you speak, your brain has to think of words, arrange them, check grammar, pronounce correctly, control fear, all in seconds.
Okay, that explains why my brain freezes. Last week, something funny happened. I was in a small group discussion. Everyone was speaking English. I understood everything. I even had ideas in my mind, but when my turn came, I smiled and said, "Yes, I agree."
The safest sentence in English.
Exactly. When you don't know what to say, just agree.
You know what this is called? It's not a language problem. It's a confidence gap.
That sounds serious.
It's serious, but fixable. When you listen, you're relaxed. There's no pressure. When you speak, you feel judged.
Yes. Even if nobody is judging, I feel judged.
That's internal fear.
Sometimes I translate in my head. I think in my language, then translate to English, then check grammar. By that time, conversation has moved on.
Yes, you finally get the sentence ready and the topic has changed.
Exactly. It's painful.
Here's the first solution. Stop editing your sentences in your head before speaking.
But what if I make a mistake?
You will. And that's okay. Let's try something live. I'll ask you a simple question. Answer immediately, no thinking too much. What did you eat today?
I ate rice and vegetables.
See? That was smooth.
Because it was simple.
Exactly. We complicate simple things. Understanding is input. Speaking is output. If you only consume input, movies, podcasts, videos, but never practice output, speaking muscles stay weak.
Speaking muscles?
Yes, your mouth also needs training.
So I need a mouth gym.
Yes, daily speaking workout. And by the way, if you're enjoying this real conversation and it's helping you, just a small reminder, like this podcast, and if you still now didn't subscribe our channel, Daily Communication Star, then please subscribe to the channel. Your one click supports us a lot. All right, back to Jane's mouth gym. Jane, how often do you speak English daily?
Only when necessary.
That's the problem. Speaking is a habit. Do you practice in front of a mirror?
Sometimes, but I feel silly.
Everyone feels silly at first.
I once caught myself smiling too much while practicing.
That's good. Confidence practice includes smiling. Repeat this sentence after me. I don't need perfect English to speak.
I don't need perfect English to speak.
Again,
I don't need perfect English to speak.
how do you feel?
Stronger. Slightly dramatic, but stronger.
You freeze because you try to sound smart, avoid mistakes, impress people instead of just communicating.
That's very true. Once I wanted to say, I'm tired, but I thought maybe I should say, I'm extremely exhausted due to excessive workload. And then I said nothing.
Sometimes simple wins. So let's summarize what we've learned so far. Understanding and speaking are different skills. Fear blocks speaking. Stop translating full sentences. Practice small, simple responses. Speak before you feel ready.
That sounds manageable.
And we'll go deeper. We'll talk about how to respond in conversations, how to stop freezing, how to build natural flow, and how to turn understanding into confident speaking. Here's something powerful. There's something I call the 1-second rule. When someone asks you something in English, don't give your brain 5 seconds to panic. Respond within 1 second, even if it's small.
What if I don't know what to say?
Say something simple, like, "That's interesting. Let me think. Good question." These are conversation bridges.
Oh, so I don't have to give a perfect answer immediately.
Exactly. You just have to keep the conversation alive.
Sometimes I just need time to think.
Then use buffer sentences. For example, "I haven't thought about that before. Let me explain." In my opinion, these give you 2-3 extra seconds.
That's genius.
No, that's survival English. Jane, when you freeze, what do you feel physically?
My heart beats faster. My hands feel slightly cold, and I suddenly become very aware of my pronunciation.
That's anxiety response. Your brain thinks speaking English is danger.
But it's not danger.
Exactly, but your brain doesn't know that yet, so we train it slowly. Let's try something playful. I'll say a word, you respond with a sentence immediately. Ready?
Okay, let's try.
Coffee,
I drink coffee in the morning.
travel,
I enjoy traveling when I get time.
English.
I understand English well, and I'm learning to speak confidently.
See? That was smooth.
Because I didn't think too much.
Another big mistake learners make is trying to speak long sentences. Speak in small pieces. Instead of, "I was thinking that maybe if I get opportunity, I will try to improve my skills," say, "I want to improve my skills. I'm working on it."
Short sentences feel safer.
Yes, and clarity is power.
You know what's funny? I once watched a full English series without subtitles. I understood everything, but when someone asked me to explain the story in English, I struggled.
That's the perfect example. Understanding is silent knowledge. Speaking is expressed knowledge. Here's a powerful method. After watching something in English, retell it in simple English. For example, "I watched a movie. It was about friendship. It was emotional." That's enough.
So I don't need to give full details.
No, just speak something.
Sometimes I don't speak because I'm not sure if my grammar is correct.
Let me ask you something. When children learn to speak, do they use perfect grammar?
No.
But they speak confidently because they're not afraid of mistakes.
Once I was speaking and I stopped mid-sentence because I wasn't sure about past tense. So I just changed the whole sentence.
That's classic survival mode.
Yes, I changed the topic completely.
Let's build automatic responses. If someone says, "How are you?" don't think. Just answer, "I'm good. I'm doing well. Pretty good, thank you." Automatic replies reduce fear.
That makes sense. Sometimes group conversations scare me the most.
Because they move fast. So here's a strategy. Speak early, even if it's one sentence. If you wait too long, fear grows.
That's true. The longer I wait, the harder it becomes.
Let's talk about accent. Do you worry about your accent?
Yes, sometimes.
Accent is identity. Clarity is important, not accent perfection.
That makes me feel better. Sometimes I practice English and suddenly start sounding dramatic.
Like a movie character?
Yes, and then I laugh at myself.
That's good. Laughing removes fear. Here's a practical plan. Daily 5 minutes. Minute 1, introduce yourself. Minute 2, describe your day. Minute 3, talk about one topic. Minute 4, retell something you watched. Minute 5, free speaking.
That's structured and simple. You know what I just realized? I never had a speaking problem. I had a fear problem.
Exactly. Understanding but not speaking is fear of expression. Let's finish with a confident speaking round. I'll ask quick questions. Answer freely. Ready?
Ready.
Why do you want to speak English confidently?
Because it opens opportunities and makes communication easier.
What stops you sometimes?
Overthinking and fear of mistakes.
What will you do from today?
Speak daily, even if it's small sentences.
That's progress. To everyone listening right now, if you understand English, you are already halfway there. Don't let silence steal your progress. Speak imperfectly. Speak slowly. Speak simply. But speak. This was today's episode of Daily Communication Star. Understanding but not speaking is common, but now you know it's not ability. It's confidence and practice. I'm your host, Rohan, and thank you, Jane, for being honest, laughing with us, and showing that growth is possible.
Thank you, Rohan. This was actually fun.
And to everyone listening, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep growing. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.